And this, I believe, has resulted in the most massive misallocation of capital in the history of mankind. It has prevented investment in innovation. Benchmarks are where they are because of what has happened historically. So the biggest stocks at the top, many people would call, do you know the expression FANGs?
Yeah.
So FANGs, many of those at the top are there because of their past successes. But Google, for example, is, we think, going to be disrupted mightily by ChatGPT. I don't know if you get frustrated doing searches, but I've always hated it on Google, but I use ChatGPT as long as it's about something historical. ChatGPT, it's amazing. He gets right to the point, gives me my answer exactly. And so, this could really hurt Google's entire business model. So again, that's an example of, here's this company sitting at the top of many of these indexes. We don't own it because we're looking at the future saying, wow.
In the entire history of humanity, there have only been 2 technological revolutions that have outpaced the swift rise of the internet in terms of adoption rate. The first of these game-changing technologies was cryptocurrency, which surpassed the internet's rate of adoption in 2020, doubling its adoption rate in a spectacular show of technological uptake. Then, in the year 2023, an unprecedented disruptor burst onto the global stage: artificial intelligence. Led by the groundbreaking work of OpenAI's ChatGPT, AI rocketed to prominence, captivating an astounding 100 million users within its initial 2 months of launch. Recognizing the revolutionary potential of these innovations is Cathie Wood, an investor known for her keen eye for transformative technologies. Cathie has 100% conviction that artificial intelligence represents the most remarkable opportunity humanity has ever faced, with the potential to generate trillions in earnings for the visionary investors poised to harness this revolution. An opportunity she believes is even larger than that of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. In a recent interview, Cathie dissected ARK Invest's tactical approach and investment philosophy geared towards reaping the benefits of the AI revolution. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video, where Cathie reveals her thoughts on how investors should adjust their investment strategies and their professional paths to fully capitalize on the sweeping wave of artificial intelligence. Also guys, I have just launched a daily 5-minute crypto newsletter. I was so sick of seeing people charge hundreds to thousands of dollars per month for on-chain crypto reports. So, to give out as much value to you as possible, I am sending out a 5-minute daily newsletter which will cover expert predictions from figures such as Cathie Wood, top experts' breakdowns of on-chain crypto data, and any breaking news that you need to know, all in a nutshell. And my promise to you is it will be completely free forever. So click the first link in my description, enter your email to join over 2,000 others in becoming a better crypto investor right now. If you don't like it, I will personally send you $1 whole, so you literally have nothing to lose. Here's Cathie Wood and her artificial intelligence prediction.
Honestly, I knew I had to do this, and I knew that I was put on earth to do it. At least that was one of the reasons. Having 3 children was another, I must say, but very important one. But I feel that everything I've done in my career up to now was in preparation for this moment. And now this moment has been 9 years, almost 10 years. And yet we've just gotten started. And how are we accepted? Actually, even today, the traditional asset management world thinks we're crazy, thinks that we're taking wild risks because we're not paying attention to benchmarks. We don't care what's in benchmarks. We're looking to the future. And I don't think we're taking wild risks. In fact, I think staying in benchmarks is going to be much more dangerous as the 5 innovation platforms around which we've centered our research. So multi-omics sequencing in the healthcare space, robotics, energy storage, artificial intelligence, blockchain technologies. Those 5 platforms involve 14 technologies that are going to disrupt the traditional world order entirely. So I actually don't think that's a safe place to be. And the people who have received us warmly are young people, and those who know that the ground is shifting underneath the world's feet thanks to technology. And they look at what's in benchmarks and they say, there's a lot more going on than that. And they're often out there innovating. And they know that based on our research, which we give them, we're helping them size the markets they're going after and figure out where the economics are going to be. And they want us to be right. So if they see us making a mistake in our research, because we give our research away not when it's finished, when it's evolving. We're putting all our charts up there. And we'll get professors calling us or CEOs DMing us and saying, "Wait a minute, did you get that number? And that doesn't seem right." Well, they're battle testing our research. It is such a win-win for us. And so we're received very warmly by the innovation community as well. And I think, because of all of the media attention, there are people, now that we have gone through 2 really difficult years, 21 and 22, we were the only ones out there fighting the good fight for innovation. And it became part of we didn't intend it. We didn't intend to go through what we went through, which was a horror show for 2 years, coming out nicely now. But I think the increased media attention and, they almost were, from the perception of others, not ours, beating us up when we were down on the ground. I think a lot of people rallied to us, to support us, because many in the world of investing, if you see something like that, and everybody thinks that a strategy is wrong and these people are out to lunch, very often they're on to something big. So we're getting more supporters now for that reason. And we're also getting supporters, maybe they're not going to buy our funds, but they admire that we have the courage of our conviction, that we believe in our research, and we have the most amazing young team, and we want them, now that the markets have turned, I didn't want them going out into the battlefield to get shot by the media while we were having such difficult times. But now we're on the up and up, and they're going out there, and I think all of them will become famous during a much happier time. No one is doing the research we're doing. And in the public equity markets, what we find is during risk-off periods where people are scared, their time horizons shrink to nothing. In other words, they just want to be with their benchmarks, and they're not really looking at the future of companies. We never lose our 5-year investment time horizon. And so what happens? If our research is right and our price target is, X, and the stock price goes down, well, the percentage from where the stock has gone to where X is has just gone up. Now, we could be wrong in our research, but what happens during tough times is innovation actually gains traction. Better, cheaper, faster, more productive, more creative products and services. And heck, we look at what's going on with artificial intelligence right now. It's free. A lot of that's being commoditized. You don't pay you can pay something for GPT, but most people won't, especially young people won't. Which is, I love that about young people. They'd much prefer to be in the sharing economy. Artificial intelligence involving neural networks, we believe, is going to be the biggest catalyst to innovation in history, and especially now. So if you go through big ideas, you will see how we think it's going to become the biggest catalyst, how many other of the technologies it's going to activate and bring to life. Neural networks are patterned after the brain. So we are aiming out there for artificial general intelligence, machines, outwitting man maybe. But right now, we like to think about it, what's going on, as augmented intelligence. This is going to lift us all up and make us all very productive, much more productive. So globally, throughout the world, there are $32 trillion paid to knowledge workers. And we believe that the next big wave of automation, which is artificial intelligence, is going to take away those very boring, mundane, tedious jobs, pick and pack. But even that's on the light manufacturing side. But on the knowledge worker side, the time to write grants here in universities, it can take months, 3 months to write a grant for government funding. We are finding that neural networks, artificial intelligence, that time collapses to potentially a few hours. Think about that, 3 months to a few hours. Anything that is rules-based And neural networks are powered by algorithms, and algorithms are rules-based, right? So any knowledge work that's rules-based, meaning probably mundane, boring,
Our jobs in accounting.
legal is, but again, it'll displace a lot of paralegals. But to the extent people go to law school and enter the field, the job's going to be a lot more interesting because machines are going to handle the boring parts of the job. And that is going to allow us to leverage our intellect and creativity, depending on what the job is, to advance the field even more. So we think that this moment is the equivalent of the assembly line entering into the manufacturing space. The first automobiles. And that transformed, that created that really cemented the Industrial Revolution. And we believe this will be a knowledge worker revolution, or a knowledge revolution would probably be the better way of saying it, and give people much more interesting jobs. Many people worry about the impact on employment, the combination of robots and artificial intelligence. And that's a convergence of two technologies too. And we're not really worried about that. We do know there will be retraining, there will be some displacement, but the history of technology is it is a net job creator. We just don't know what those jobs are going to be. And an example of that from the internet age is in the early 90s, I can tell you, we never, ever thought of Uber. That never crossed our minds. But Uber and Lyft could not exist without the internet, of course. And we're going to find many more jobs like that, probably more gig economy jobs where people can determine what they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. So it's going to give us a lot more freedom, I think. And I think it's pretty exciting.
So there's Cathie Wood and the two most powerful technological revolutions that have surged past the rise of the internet in their rate of adoption: cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence. Cathie believes that artificial intelligence offers an unparalleled opportunity in human history. With trillions of dollars up for grabs, she champions AI as an even greater opportunity to build wealth and innovate than that of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Before we sign off, a reminder, our daily 5-minute crypto newsletter, an invaluable resource for any serious investor. We promise a comprehensive 5-minute daily update covering expert predictions, on-chain crypto data, and essential news, all absolutely free forever. To join the savvy community of over 2,000 crypto investors, click the first link in the description and enter your email. Should you find it's not your cup of tea, I'll personally send you $1 whole. Truly, there's nothing to lose. Anyway guys, hope you all enjoyed today's video and that provided you with some value. I'll see you all in the next one, and as always, all the best.